Hi everyone, my name is Qinyue Chen, and I'm going to talk about our work, Bubble Coloring to Visualize the Speech Emotion. I collaborated with Yuchun on this project as a color lab of KAIST with our advisor, Professor Hyeon-Jeong. Emotion communication in text-based instant messaging has been studied for many years. Diverse media have been considered to visualize and enhance emotion, such as color, shape, vibration, and images, which are supposed to help people feel more connected to each other and communicate better during chatting. However, the emotion communication of voice messaging is still underexplored, even though voice messaging has been integrated into instant messaging and become more and more popular in the world. So what if we apply the emotional characteristics of color to chat bubble in voice message? In this study, we were motivated to visualize the emotion of a voice message by altering the color background. We want to explore the emotional effect of the chat bubble's background color on voice messages. To achieve our research goal, we conducted a user study. Considering the color combination may affect the emotional meaning of color, we introduced 3 representative chat platforms which have different chat bubble colors: Facebook Messenger, WeChat, and KakaoTalk. We intended to regard the default chat bubble colors as neutral emotion and apply different colors to the chat bubbles of non-neutral emotions. Here, as you can see, we considered 4 different emotions in our study. Orange, dark red, dark gray, and pale blue were selected to represent excited, angry, sad, and serene respectively. This is a comparison of the default version and colored version. In total, 25 participants participated in our experiment, and they were asked to conduct 2 tasks in a web-based survey. Firstly, they need to record a provided voice message which conveyed a particular emotion, and then they need to replay their recordings and compare the colored bubble with the default bubble regarding emotional conveyance and the willingness to use. Now come to the result part. So firstly, we performed a 1-sample t-test to examine whether the score of emotional conveyance was different between the colored bubble and the default version. From the analysis, all mean difference was significant, indicating that the emotional conveyance was overall intensified. And also for the willingness to use, we found similar tendency with emotional conveyance. The users are willing to use colored bubble to visualize emotions of voice message, comparing with the default version. And more specifically, the excited and sad received a respectively higher score. We also found that compared with the 2 different criteria, there is no significant difference between excited and serene. However, in the case of angry and sad, the mean score of willingness to use significantly decreased. That is to say, the negative emotions may be less likely to be explicitly visualized than the positive emotions. And finally, to compare the effect of emotion and service, we employed a 2-way ANOVA, and we found that for both emotion conveyance and willingness to use, they were affected by the interaction effect between service and emotion, but not by service, confirming our assumption of the interaction effect of color combinations of the default color and bubble color. So in summary, with the exception of the serene, the emotion was intensified through the background color across all the 3 messengers, and users are willing to use colored bubble to visualize emotions of voice message. Compared with the emotion conveyance, the likelihood was reduced for the willingness to use, particularly in negative emotions. That's all my presentation, and thank you for listening. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us.